quick check-in. Been thinking a lot yesterday since I did my weekly weigh-in. Been really frustrated that I haven't seen the results like I wanted to. Um, and yesterday definitely was a much needed pick me up, just kind of seeing basically hit my goal. I'm not gonna, harp over 2/10 of a pound. I had set a goal of getting under 275. I was 275.2. I'm gonna consider that a win. It rounds down to 275. Although technically I do set my goals 260, 274.9. So I'm very specific about it just because of the optics. But I just wanted to record a quick video. I'm fresh off a 4 mile run in the cold. 44 degrees when I left this morning, breezy, overcast, but still went out there. Something about running in the cold. I feel like I'm training for the military or something. Like, I don't know how to describe it. I was really proud of a 4 mile run I did last week, Sunday at like 7 o'clock. And it was dark. And it was like, there's a lot of places where the street lights were out. And I was just running in complete darkness on the side of the road. Like, I felt like I was infiltrating an enemy military base or something. So, something about running in the cold, running in tough conditions kind of makes me feel like it shows that I really want it and I'm not like flaking out like, it's cold, I'll just run on the treadmill or it's not run at all. But just really wanted to document, I'm really going to challenge myself to come in back in the 260s in 2 weeks. 5 pounds in 2 weeks, if I'm clean, and the amount of time I spend working out, the amount of time I spend fasting is not something that's unreachable. It's 2.5 pounds a week on a pretty big frame. I mean, if I was 105 pounds and trying to lose 5 pounds is one thing, but my body fat's still over 30%. There's a lot that can be chipped off of this frame. I really want to start seeing some major progress. So I'm going to forego all weigh-ins until that Saturday. Yesterday was the 9th. It'll be the 23rd, the weekend before Thanksgiving. I want to really make a push to get under 270. I want to come in at 269 or less. It's going to be exactly 5.3 pounds in 2 weeks. I ran 2 miles last night, ran 4 this morning. Admittedly, I had a really bad day eating yesterday. I may be over dramatizing. I was planning to have one cheat meal Saturday and one Sunday, and both at home. So I bought some cheeseburger patties yesterday, or Friday. I went to the supermarket. I bought some cheeseburger patties. So I had 2 cheeseburgers for lunch. It was planned yesterday, and then I had 2 hot dogs for dinner. I was planning to have one cheat meal Saturday with the hamburgers, one Sunday with the hot dogs for lunch during football. I had planned to run and lift both days going into the weekend. But I had the hot dogs last night. I mean, I know 2 hot dogs doesn't sound like a ton, but it's just like, I've been so frustrated lately that it's been such a difficult ride. Like, it was difficult getting under 280. And then it's difficult getting down to 270. It took like 3 or 4 weeks. But the reality is progress is being made. Yesterday I met with my little sister and my bro, Shannon. We have a little fitness group. We check in, although we hadn't checked in since like August, I would say, August or September. But, we agreed to start meeting every 2 weeks. And we met for the first time on June 29th. And I wrote a bunch of goals down, and I hadn't looked at them in a couple of months. And I'm just bothered by the lack of progress I made on them. I had set a goal, I think it was overreaching, because I was 290 at the time we met on June 29th. And I had planned to be 265 by October 31st. And I said I wanted to be under 250 by December 31st. And I'm not going to make those goals, but I don't think it's out of reach to say I can lose 15 pounds. It's 7 weeks now until December 21st when I'm going on vacation with my family. And I don't think trying to lose 15 pounds in 7 weeks is too much of a stretch. It's difficult. So, I mean, I set a baseline goal of coming in under 265 and my stretch goal of coming in under 260. So I will be more than fine with making 265. I'm not going to be disappointed, but I really want to try to make that stretch goal of coming in the 250s. Just the optics of seeing a 25 in front of my weight. When I started the year at about 310 pounds, I'd be 60 pounds down and go into next year with momentum. We said we were going to give ourselves a year, and my ultimate goal I wrote down was to come in under 220 and my body fat under 20%. So a good little ways, but it doesn't feel that much, honestly, to say I need to lose 55 pounds in 8 months. I mean, that's not some exorbitant. It's not like I'm trying to lose 20 pounds a month for the next 8 months. It's less than 10 pounds a month. So, 55 in the 8 times 8 is 60. It's like 7 pounds a month. That's not, like, that's less than 2 pounds a week. Not much less than it, but I don't know. I believe in myself. And I really want to go into next year with some momentum. It's been a really difficult year, dealing with a lot. And last week, putting a stamp on it and this nation electing a white supremacist is something I'm still processing. And, my takeaway from that is America is saying we're tired of the advancements of Black people. And I'm struggling with that. I can't control, what the population is doing, but what I can control is my own fitness and my own health. And I really want to make a push to come in under 260 by the end of the year. And I think that starts with, me giving myself a nice start to that goal by really trying to make a push in the next 2 weeks to come in under 270. So I'm really going to try to make a push. I'm not going to go crazy the week of Thanksgiving. I'm going to set a goal of being flat because I'm not going to pig out the whole week I'm in New York. I'm going to stay on my fasting protocol. I'm going to eat whatever I want on Thanksgiving. But other than that, I'm going to stay on my diet. But I really want to make that year-end goal. And I think psychologically a big part of it will be making dropping this 5 pounds in the next 2 weeks. So I'm going to skip all weigh-ins between now and then because if I set like a goal like 3 months out and I don't have interim weigh-ins, it's difficult to stay disciplined because I always say I have time. But when you're talking 2 weeks, it's pretty easy for me to lock in for a 2-week period. So no conquer the weekends, no weigh-ins next week. I'm going to weigh myself that Saturday, the 23rd, and we'll see where I come in at. If I come in at 271, I'm not going to be crying and disappointed. If I come in at 280, I'm going to probably smash my camera. But as long as significant progress is made, honestly, if I'm 271 or something, I'm not going to be super disappointed. I'll be I was close, but I really want to challenge myself. I'm going to really make a push. I'm going to ramp up on the running. I'm going to do 5 runs a week, 4 lifting sessions a week, and 3 fasting sessions each week, and let's see where the chips fall. But challenge has been issued. 269.9 on my weigh-in on November 23rd.